Guru Padmasambhava, the glorious master of Udiyana and king of the Dharma, is the single embodiment of the activity of the victorious ones throughout the three times. According to the ways in which sentient beings perceive reality, there exists an inconceivable number of life stories of the three mysteries of his body, speech, and mind. Among them, the Sanglingma life story, entitled The Jewel Garland Dharma History and Biography, revealed from the profound terma of Nyandag Nyang, is like the king. The Sanglingma places emphasis on how Padmasambhava converted disciples in the dark country of Tibet. It condenses all the biographies and histories of Guru Rinpoche and contains the profound key points of the 9 vehicles of sutra and mantra. It is the most authoritative scripture regarding how the teachings of sutra and mantra spread to the snowy land of Tibet. The Sanglingma also contains oral instructions and advice that the great master of Udiyana left as his profound and detailed testament to help the Buddha Dharma and people of future generations. This biography, containing Padmasambhava's final advice concerning practice, the quintessence of the teachings of Sutra and Mantra, has been carefully translated into English by Erik Pema Kunsang of Denmark, with the single, pure intention of furthering the Buddha Dharma. The gate to the benefit and good qualities of Guru Rinpoche's life story having been opened to people of all times and races, may everyone who sees, hears, or thinks of him obtain insight into the sacred Dharma of scriptures and realization, and be assured of becoming a child of the victorious Vidyadhara on the glorious copper-colored mountain on Chamara. This was written at the glorious temple of Nagyur Sechen Tempe Dargye Ling by Dilgo Khyentse on the 15th day of the first month of the year of the Iron Horse. May it be virtuous. Chapter 1. In the western direction of India, in the country of glorious Udiyana, in the city called Glowing Jewels, there was a palace of lapis lazuli decorated with many kinds of precious substances. Within this palace lived the Dharma king Indra Bodhi, who ruled his kingdom from a great throne of shining gems, surrounded by his 108 queens, his inner, outer, and intermediate ministers, as well as innumerable servants. As the king was without son, he bade all the court chaplains to assemble and perform an extensive offering ceremony before the 3 jewels on the 15th day of the first month of summer. Having recited once the Cloud of Dharma Sutra, the king promised to perform a great act of generosity to benefit all. Many years passed, during which he gave out the wealth of his treasury as alms, and the treasury drew close to empty. The flow of giving ceased, but the flow of beggars did not cease. The ministers said, "The treasury is completely emptied, and there is nothing left." But the beggars retorted, "If that is so, and you do not give us anything, all the alms previously given to others will have been in vain." The king then reflected. On an island in the great ocean lives the Naga king's daughter, known as Lovely Maiden, in whose possession there is a precious jewel that knows no limits for granting all needs and wants. She will give it if asked by a bodhisattva practicing generosity for the sake of Dharma. I must therefore request it and continue to give alms to the people. Thinking this, he had a sea-going vessel prepared, commanded by a captain who had fetched precious stones from the great ocean often in the past. As the king was about to depart with his retinue, all his ministers and subjects tried to dissuade him from leaving, but he would not listen. The king entered the ship, and 4 sails were raised in the 4 directions. When a favorable wind blew, the vessel would sail. When an unwanted wind blew, it would not. And 4 great anchors of lead, hanging from ropes made of camel hair, were lowered in the 4 directions.